Hi, my name is Matthew, and I'm actually here because I wanted to learn more about properly addressing subject lines in professional emails and even informal emails as well.
Hello, my name is Jessica Ree. I'm here to learn about emails, and I would like to know what the difference is between a CC and a BCC.
Hello, I'm Michael Gabi. I'm here to learn about the formal ending of email.
Alright, so hello, my name is Karan. I'm here to talk to you about how to effectively use email and other electronic communication devices. So what is email? So email is a method of exchanging digital media and messages from the author to one or more recipients. That's the basic definition. So I'll teach you a little bit, get more information on how to effectively use email. One of them is to know your audience, if it's formal or informal. So depending on the subject you're sending your email to, who you're sending your email, so that's how you kind of figure out, is it formal or informal? So if you're sending your friends an email, that's kind of informal email. If you're sending your boss or your coworkers an email, it's going to be a formal type of email. So one of the questions I guess Matthew mentioned, so he just want to find out more on how to use this, the CC, I'm sorry, it was not Matthew, it was Jessica, that wanted more information on CC and BCC features of how to use it effectively. So any of you familiar with the term CC and BCC? Do you know what it defines for?
I don't know what it actually means. I know the CC is like when you're sending it to multiple people or something.
Right, yeah, that's great.
I don't know about BCC, I'm not sure.
So the technical term to define it is called carbon copy. So the email you're actually sending, if you hit CC and you type in the email address, it'll carbon copy the same exact email to whoever else you want to send it to. The next one is kind of tricky. Even though it just sounds the same, it's BCC, it's called blank carbon copy. So this one, the word blank comes in, it's not going to show up when you send an email. For example, I sent all three of y'all emails, but I only addressed it to Michael, but then I put you guys in the CC lines. So when all three of you got the email, you will be able to see who all got the email. But if I put your name, you folks in BCC, that means blank carbon copy, Michael won't be able to see that you guys got that email. So that's a little tricky one. So if you're like referencing a reply on the email, that's one good way to get in trouble. If you don't, if it's for some kind of touchy subject, don't include anything crazy in there, because at BCC you don't know who got the other email. So the starting, I think that's what Matthew wanted more information on. So starting with a clear subject. I work for State Farm. So I work in a professional environment, so we guys send a lot of emails every day. Just the subject line to me, if I know who the email is from, so I'll kind of know what the subject is. If you're wanting information from me, Matthew, so it depends on the kind of information you need from me. So I would just include the topic of the information that you wanted. So for example, you needed to know from me, like, hey, am I going to be in the meeting tomorrow? So subject would be easy as like the date, for example, today is the 4/11. So how would your subject line would be 4/12/meeting. Because I already know who it's coming from, so I don't really need an introduction and the subject line. So I would just be fine with you putting just, okay, hey, 4/12 meeting. That would be easy enough to start. So the introduction part, for example, that email we're talking about, so you can just tell me, hey, Karan, I'm just checking if we're still okay to meet tomorrow, and you can include the time and whatnot. So you always want to greet the person, not just go straight to like your material, what you want me to respond back to you. So obviously greeting like hello or hi is a good way to start. So next one is keep your email brief. It's just like the subject line. You don't want to have too much in there on the subject line. Same thing in the body of the email. You do not want to have a whole lot of stuff in there. I don't need to know the location again of where we're going to be meeting. I don't need to know what I'm supposed to bring, because I can reference that email that you might have sent to me in the past, or our conversation in the past. So I don't, as me, if I was receiving the email, I don't really want to know the details all over again. I can just, if you're confirming with me, I can simply reply to you, yes, Matthew, we're still on for tomorrow. So think about your message before you write it. So if any details, if it's a business or an informal email, think about it, like what do you think will be sensible to write in that email? Not just to go jabber on and talk about stuff that's not relevant. So the clear tone, that one is usually a pretty touchy subject. So I'll show you this photo real quick. It's of this lady right here, looking at the laptop here that she's got. The way the expression is, she's kind of screaming into it. What do you guys think is an easy way to, if you're reading an email, how does that sound to you like somebody's screaming into the email? Any ideas? Rude. But it's your tone. It's like what do you keep typing? Sometimes you just keep typing it's all negative stuff sometimes. One easy way to do that is using all caps. In the professional world, if you use all caps, you're kind of throwing it at me, hey Jessica, this is your fault, and I'm kind of pushing it onto you. So all caps is a big no-no in the business world. One big thing, spell check. I know I'm horrible at spelling, I don't know how you guys are, but spell check is pretty simple. If you look at this little button up there, press it, it'll show you a couple recommendations if you did have any kind of errors. Check it off and you'll be right, good to go. So when you did get that email, if you're the recipient, it's professional to respond usually it's within 24 hours, that's kind of the ballpark idea they like to have responded. So it's good to respond to emails within a timely fashion. So don't leave the recipient hanging. For example, for the email we were talking about earlier, Matthew, like you were looking for a response from me if you're going to meet tomorrow. And we're almost in the evening, this evening right now, so we're kind of getting close. So if you wouldn't hear back from me early tomorrow morning, you'd kind of be getting worried. So are we meeting? Am I going to have to go all the way and basically show up and do nothing before we go back again? So that in that kind of case, responding to emails in a timely fashion is critical. And setting levels of importance. I don't know if you guys are familiar. This is Outlook. It's one of the Microsoft programs. They're usually one of the common ones that you use in workplaces. If you look down here, there's high importance, low importance, and sometimes if you need a receipt, like if I read the email and if you wanted me to send you an acknowledgement, that if you check that box, they'll send a reply back to you just saying that it was read. And importance, like the email that we were talking about, Matthew, you probably want to put it at high importance because it's such a short notice and you want me to reply faster. What this does is put some asterisks in my email box. For example, if I have like 50 emails, I'll see that little asterisk mark over there. It kind of tells me, hey, this one needs more attention sooner so I can get to it faster. So that's all something, the request to read a receipt is exactly, once I read it, I'll kind of say, yes, I read it, and I acknowledge I read it, and it'll kind of send you a response right back. And the other technical feature I'm talking about, the communications in the workplace as well, is Microsoft Link. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, any of you? No? So what is Link? It's pretty simple. It's part of Microsoft Office package, so I'm sure you guys are familiar like Word, PowerPoint, and whatnot. PowerPoint is going on right here, so you get an example. So Microsoft Link is an enterprise-ready unified communication platform. That sounds weird, right? You guys are like, so what does it really mean? So Microsoft Link is basically like instant messaging. So it uses instant messaging, web conferencing, file sharing, conversation, capturing, other great tools. So they're included. So this, I know it's kind of small, but you can kind of see in the left side over there. Microsoft Link is basically an instant messenger program. It's pretty common in any workplace, any kind of Microsoft program that you have. For example, I take phone calls for a living, but I also have Microsoft Link. If I'm already on a phone call talking into a customer, and if, example, Matthew, we both work in the same office, you want to get a hold of me. You just either want to see if I'm really on the phone on the other line, or can I get to you, respond to you really quick. So that's an easy way to use it. It's instant messaging. So how to make it effective using Link? One of the ways is to set up a contact list. For example, all three of us work in the same office. So for me, if I'm communicating with you guys daily, to find you on the Link program, I gotta kind of type your name in there and whatnot. But if I do this, I set you guys up on a contact list, it'll be easy for me to find you. All I gotta do is click on your name and start typing. Acronyms, I mean, some people will like using them, some people don't, some people frown upon them. So if it's in a company environment, and you guys work for the same company, it's recommended that you start using acronyms to start saving time, because that's what instant messaging is, just to simplify the process, make it quick. So obviously, back to the email part, the same thing, keep it brief. You don't want to start typing all big emails or big descriptions. Instant messaging is supposed to be like texting. It's pretty similar to text messaging. So if you guys receive a text message, you don't want to really read a long text message. You'd rather read a quick one. That's way you can reply to it quickly and kind of get that communication process going. So on Link, this allows you to set your location and status. So for example, the most common status is called available or ready. That one usually is indicated by a green color. But the other ones are like if you're busy, for example, if you're in a meeting or you're already working on a task, but you don't want to be really bothered by people coming to kind of getting a hold of you. So that allows you to set your status to busy. So this way they'll tell them, I'm not really available to chat. And your locations, I mean, usually depends on the office that you're located in. Must be multiple stories. If you set your location and you plug into usually any kind of an internet source, this can actually track your location to tell people, hey, if he's supposed to be, this person is supposed to be there, it'll tell them specifically what room or what area you might be in. And one of the last ones is to record the conversations for later use. For example, the conversation we might have had might be of some importance. It not might just be, I'm checking on you for the day, I'm not just saying hi or whatnot. So this link allows you to record that conversation. This way you can either use it for later use and reference it for a later time. And one of the last programs to talk about is social media. I'm familiar, everybody here is familiar with social media. Down there we got a couple examples, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest, one of the other examples. So in the business world, it's a help, it helps out, and it also kind of downsizes you in certain ways and kind of hurts you. So let's talk about that. So in the social media, when you're posting something and you're spreading the word, know your customer. Even though your business is maybe, for example, a coffee shop, who would you think would come into a coffee shop? It could be everybody, almost everybody, right? It cannot just be a student or it cannot be a professional person. It could be a homemaker or who not. So know your customer when you're posting stuff. And decide what to post. So you just don't want to, if you have a promotion going on, something, talk about it in a sense, decide what it's supposed to be about. Just don't, a general topic, make sure it's specific to what the program or promotion that you have going. And you want to share it at the right time. Usually if you post something in the middle of the night, nobody's going to look at it, right? So the best time of the day, usually has been, studies have shown, is in the morning. That's when usually people are either looking at them right before they go into work, or in the afternoon is a good time to post stuff, to get more people to look at them. And ask questions, not necessarily, for example, if you're promoting something, internally as a marketing department of your company, you might think one way, but who are you trying to sell to at the end of the day? It's your customers. So the most important thing is ask questions. So on Twitter, for example, I'm sure you can ask customers, hey, what do you guys think is the new menu item we can probably think about? What is something that we can improvise on? And so maximize your brand advocates. For example, usually in a company, only specific people can post on the company's website or using the company name. Because you don't want people who don't have the authority or the authorization and stuff or posting stuff for you. So usually for example, all of you guys, if you would work for me, I would kind of want to restrict access to you because you might post some stuff and somebody might get offended. But sometimes it actually helps you. If you guys are, if you live in the community, work in the community, we want to maximize advocates, basically people who are in and around the community. And so for people at work, if some kind of promotion or any kind of post, yeah, a lot of hits on your program, use it again. Try to modify it a little bit, but use it again. And so don't be afraid to post multiple times. If you follow any promotion, I know one of our professors here as well at UNT constantly post different motivational stuff and something related to the class too. So not like I'm just continuously saying her name for the class. It kind of helps. Because different items as well kind of help. So pretty much this was it. So do you guys have questions? No? Well, I guess thank you for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed this.